Welcome to the new Waterhill Road station. As you can see, the station isn't quite yet complete, but keep watching to find out how we got to this stage. Hey everyone, it's M4J here and welcome back to Summerset MTR. I'm currently stood here at Summerset Place with my mate on top of this tower here, and since we're in the village and we're talking about villagers, can I do anything with you? No, he's shaking his head. I think he's a nitwit. For those who don't know, nitwits are villagers without jobs, which is a strange name for them, but yeah. So I think that part of the roof there might have been struck by lightning or something. Don't quite know why that was missing, but it is. And as the train... Oh, wow. Server lag. As the train rumbles out from underneath me, I thought I might as well talk to you about villages. So, this is the village at Summerset Place. It's medium-sized-ish. You also get a good layout idea for what Summerset Place here actually looks like. So that's Kingsbridge over there. Woodbridge is off in the distance. There's Woodbridge bus station you can just see there. That's Somerset Square station, built by Master Trams. I've let him know about his issue from last episode. He's going to be fixing that. And we were talking about villages. I'm going to get to the point in a second, I promise. But yeah, this strip of land down here, there's no plans for it currently, but in the future that may or may not change. Over there, on where the quarry used to be, I'd like to build something big and grand there, but it's a case of what, we'll have to see. And then beneath me here, so Somerset Tower, or Somerset House, Somerset Building, I can't remember what we've called it. First of all, it's going to get a makeover, the cobblestone's going to change, the stone's going to change, all that good stuff. We can use World Edit for that, so that's no problem. Inside right now, it's just an empty shell. You can see there's no floors whatsoever. The only floors that have floors are the ground floor and the basement. Everything else, no floor. Although here, I think I did start laying out a floor and then never actually got around to building it. That's all going to change. We're going to turn this into a villager hostel. So effectively, we're going to take these floors here and we're going to copy them and we're going to build up as high as we can. We're then going to house villagers in here. So there'll be beds, there'll be all sorts. I think the way it would work is we would have kind of like barracks maybe. Multiple villagers staying in each room, that kind of thing. And we'll kit it out, you know, we'll put like a fake bathroom and a fake kitchen and things just to make it look realistic. Workstations will then place in other buildings around the village. So some of these houses here might end up being work buildings. And then, according to Master Trams, if we stick a bell... What on earth? Oh, if we stick a bell somewhere in the middle here, they will congregate here for meetings and things like that, and it'll act as a communal area, which is really cool, and something that I hope does in fact work. We don't know what the boundary is right now, like how far from a workstation can a villager be for it to function. Hopefully not too far. This is all coming off the back of last episode when I took you over to Master Tram stations, and the village had the tower inside it with the villagers actually working. That looks really cool, and I would like to replicate that if possible, which I believe it is. Can I? Just, there we go. Let's get both of these out the hole. Get to work, you lot. Trust me, villagers are not going to be lingering around with nothing to do for much longer. Okay, subject of today's video. You'd have already seen it in the intro, if I remember to record it, of course. But we're going to be working on the light rail again. And we're going to be heading in this direction, out to the east, down to Waterhill Road, which right now is one design. But by the end of today, it's going to be a very different design indeed. So you can see how the platforms look here. But we're going to change that. And I've had some time to think about this. And I think I've got a plan in my head. Hopefully it'll work. Now, I'd have loved to have taken the light rail here. And travelled out to actually show you this in action. But obviously the light rail right now only comes as far as Somerset Place. So we're going to do things the old-fashioned way. Which is we're going to try and explore the age-old tradition of line-side trespassing. Don't do this at home, kids. Do not do this at home. So there's a train just come in. So I'm just going to... Whoop, there we go. Now obviously we've got this metro line here as well. That kind of complicates things, but also kind of doesn't. But you can see right now the direction that these lines travel in. Now, the reason I say this station is going to look a little bit different by the end of today's episode is because what I want to do is take this line here. So I'm just lining this up. I think this will work with what I have in mind. Oh yeah, this should work. So I want to take this left-hand line here and have that be the trains traveling to and from the loop. So the loop will come in from this way, round like that, and trains will head off in that direction. In the other direction, this one, it'll be the left-hand track again of the two. So basically where the platform already is, but at excuse me, slightly different elevation, which we'll come to in a second. I'm going to be building a stack station here. So right now you can see it does the same thing underground as well, but I'm just going to show you this example. So you can see where the line slopes up, gets to this junction here, branches off like this, and ends up running parallel to that line. Imagine that, but instead of running this way, parallel, it actually ends up on top. That's what I want to do with this line today. Now, the pros and cons. First of all, it allows me to actually build the junctions a little bit cleaner. What is going on with the lag today? That's crazy. Apologies in advance for the time lapse, because there's going to be a lot of me jumping all over the place. Yeah, it allows me to build the junctions a little bit cleaner. It also allows me to build the junctions a little bit closer here, which then means I can actually go and fix those slopes over there, because they look a little bit derpy right now. I liked them at the time. I'm not a huge fan of them now. Okay, all that said and done, I think we're ready to actually start planning this out. Now, I already have an idea of how I want this station to look when it's finished. So this track here, this is going to become our datum track. We're going to extend it out, obviously, because right now it is only 33 and it needs to be 40. So we're going to come over here and we're going to extend this out. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Bosh. We're then going to remove this one. And then if I go into MTR, platform, that should disappear. First thing I'm going to do is get rid of all these trees as well, because that's a nightmare. And pop. Right, so this is going to be the site of Waterhill Road, and this track is on the right level, so everything is good. If I just check over here, is that the right numbered? No, I knew it wouldn't be. That's fine. There. So this is going to be our datum track. Everything else is going to be built off of this. Now, these slopes here are also going to be eliminated. There's only going to be slopes down at Summerset Place, which is why I can afford to build these excess complicated junctions and things like that. We're also going to come down here and finally drain out these tunnels. Now, again, it's a lot darker on OBS than it is for me, so visibility here might be a little bit tricky, but we'll work around that in just a second. And other than that, I think we're basically ready to go. Just before we do get started, though, I am actually going to dig out. Let's use this. I think this will be the right width. I'm just going to dig these tunnels out again, because now they're not actually going to be underwater because of the way I'm planning on doing this. So we can afford to... Oh my god, that's slow. Oh, it's not actually doing the ceiling. That's interesting. Is there a 6? There is a 6. 6 by 5. There we go. We'll just do that as well, because the tracks are actually going to be stacked. So how this works is going to be a little bit different. I'm just going to do this the opposite way, like so. And then this one here. To be honest, this one here I can just remove. Let's just do that. Get rid of that one. Get rid of this one. And technically I could do that with the others as well. But yeah. All good. Right. We're ready. I'm ready. Are you ready? We're ready. Let's go do this. First of all, I'm going to remove the trees. So I'm going to be whizzing around a little bit doing that. And then we're going to get on with actually redesigning this station. So I will come back periodically during the build just to explain what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, all that good stuff. But for the most part, let's build Waterhill Station. Waterhill Road Station. Okay, I might as well stop here for a second just while I'm waiting for these tunnels to finish building, because I actually had a bit of a change of thought. So something else I was considering when I was planning out this station is where exactly it was going to go. So if I open the journey map here, you can see we've got Woodbridge here, Kingsbridge here, Summerset Place here, and then Waterhill Road would actually go here. Now, this isn't the worst place to build it, but I also think this is way too close to these. And this is going to be a built-up part of the city, but still, we've got 3 stations here that serve basically the same catchment area. So I think Waterhill Road could actually be built a little further out. And I was kind of looking at this site over here. Now, I don't know what's over here, so I was going to go scout it out now. Again, just while I was waiting. Already, though, it's got that perfect topography of hill. And there is still water nearby. We're surrounded by it. There's water here, for example. That actually is not ideal, having this water here. So I'm just going to fix this quickly as well. Let me see if I go down like this. And I think it's drain 25. Yeah, that worked. Sweet. And then we'll do the same thing here. So I think this would be a better place. And it also means if I can head back to the railway, which is over here, I think we'll be able to like curve it around and then into the hillside here, which will also be good. Now it does mean part of the plan that I had is a little bit blipped. We could in fact still... I'm really torn because I want to build it north to south. Because it'll be only the second north to south station that I've built. I know Master Trams has built 4 of them. But it's the curves here that put me off slightly. I feel like the curves wouldn't really work as well. But then saying that, I think we can actually make this work. I think we can make this work. So I'm just going to drop down like this. And we're going to do some tweaking here. So for a start, there we go. Fix that. I feel like, yeah, these tracks aren't the same. So I've got here the stone rail, which is 25 mile an hour limit, I believe. 40 divided by 8 is 5, times 5 is 25. Yeah, which is what I want for this part of the city. So already, I know that this one here is also wrong. Oh, we've got loads of saplings that I'm going to have to get rid of in a second. We've also got massive signal blocks here as well, which isn't the worst idea. Let's do that. I don't know what the gap here is, but I wouldn't mind changing it. Okay, I'm at the stage now, I think, where I can see what I'm doing. So I need to put... In fact, we already have one. This node here is the one that I need for this to function. So I need to come over here. I need to remove this. And then we're going to redo this from here. And it's going to climb up to the height of Summerset Place, which is there. And there you go. So again, we've got these massive signal blocks. We've got these massive gradients. And it's all looking awesome. Now, this section here, there, all the way across to there, and there, all the way across to over there, that is the area in which our new crossovers are going to be built. We've got a lot more space now. We can stretch out, we can explore, which is excellent. So I'm going to come all the way over here, and then underneath this node, I'm going to... Oh, I need to get the Y value first. That's a good idea. Come on, Mark, you've got this. Just drop down like so. So our Y value is 61. No, don't swim. Don't swim. Get out the water. There we go. So yeah, over here, Y value of 61. We're going to pop down a node, and it's right underneath this, which is perfect. And we're at 63 right now. So we need to drop down one to 62, I hope. And then down one again to 61. And that is where... Yep, that is where our tracks will converge. And you can see, actually, how close this would have been to the original station site. So it's kind of a good thing that we've changed it the way we have. Right, we might as well lay the track while we're here as well. We can do all the dig out and stuff in a bit. And you can also see now the clearances that we're going to have here. I was tempted, and I might still do it actually. I was tempted to raise this one up by 1 and then drop this one down by 1. I really am tempted to do that still. What's the height difference? So you're 61 and you are 67. So it's a height of 6. Trains are 4 blocks tall. So there'll be 2 blocks of clearance, I think. That sounds right. That does sound right. Maybe it's okay then. Maybe it's okay. I don't know. It doesn't sound too bad. It doesn't sound like really bad. We'll have a look first once we've actually built this bit and we'll see for ourselves. Okay, we've still got tunnels being dug here, so it's not 100% clear yet. I'm also going to just preemptively start digging out this one as well, because this is a 6 block tall thing. Where am I going? Over here. So if this starts digging out above, then I'll know that this needs to go up 1 and that one needs to go down 1. But we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Do just want to check. Is it this one that I've got it digging out now? Yes, it is. So we'll get an idea now as to how this looks. Is this really... I must have had it as the 80 here, because it's certainly not the 60. But I want this all to be a lot slower. So it's all going to get changed anyway, so it's fine. I'm just going to do that. And then this one over here I think is actually the right one, which is good. And then obviously we'll do this one as well. 25 miles an hour. Oh, that's good. I like how that's fixed itself. 25 miles an hour is quite slow, but when you're speeding across the city at 25 miles an hour, consistently at 25 miles an hour is actually a lot faster. So I'm not complaining too much. Do you know what? I'm going to carry on building this layout as it is right now, and we'll see how this goes. So again, I need just to quickly grab these values before I carry on. So here you are 173 and Y61. So if I come over here, got to be level with this one, which this is 173, which is there, and then 61, which is there. And then this is going to be where this track runs. And yeah, hopefully now you can kind of see what the junction here is going to look like. And then if I build the bit on top of this, which I guess I can do now as well, you'll see how the end of this looks too. So let's grab this. We'll just build this out on top, like so. Stick that there. And then, yeah, this one here is going to come all the way across. I've built the wrong way. That's very me. That's exactly the kind of mistake I would make. Right, there we go. I'm trying to think of the station. Is it Coney Island in New York that has the double-decker design? I'm sure there are others, but that's the one that springs to mind. It's also in GTA 4, which, you know, kind of a good example as well, I suppose. That's the kind of look I'm going for here. So you can see how the tracks are stacked-ish, one on top of the other. Promise you there's a track in there somewhere. Actually, that one I need to dig out as well. So I might as well do that while I'm here. And again, we'll get a good idea then as to how this will actually look. So let's do that. The annoying thing is right now, I don't want to commit to this if I then have to lift the nodes up and drop the nodes down. So what I might do, just while this is quickly finishing building, is I'm just going to go into a time lapse of me literally just stood here watching this to make sure that it's all doing what it's meant to be doing. So bear with, we'll come back in a sec and then we'll talk about whether we're actually going to stick with this design or if we're going to go for something a little bit different. Okay, plans are definitely changing. Just watching this digging it out. Like, if I fly here, yeah, the tracks are pretty close here, but for the stations, you know, you're going to have different blocks underneath the track. Sometimes you're going to have platform blocks and things you don't want to see from underneath. So I think for this, we are going to elevate this node. So we're going to do this, and then we're going to go like this and like this. So that, I believe, is where it was. So that's now the new node site. And then for this one, where's it gone? Over here. We're going to drop it down one. So we're going to do this, we're going to do this, we're going to do this. Now obviously that's going to change... Oh, come on, game. That's going to change everything else over here. So first and foremost, this one here is going to lift up one. Like so, and like so. Just going to lay these out roughly for now. Like that. Whoops. And then you're going to go like that. And everything else here, at least, is going to stay the same. Now, over here, where... There it is. You're obviously going to drop down one. Ooh. Like that. And this one is going to drop down one. Right. Okay, got to remember which way around these tracks go now. So this one is going to be this direction. Now, these are still actually being dug out right now, so they're going to have to be redug, which we'll do in a second. But you're going to go there like that. This one is going to do the big climb. You can see where I've drained this in the past as well. I think I've mentioned this in OpenTTD as well. I like being able to look back and see where previous construction projects have been, things like that. It is a really good way of sort of looking at the history of, well, everything, to be honest. Have I already done this one? Yeah, that looks like a completed track. So it's this side. So like, you know, abandoned railway lines and things like that. Obviously, I would rather the trains were running still, but to actually be able to go and stand and see where the trains used to run, that's good. Like where I used to live, there was an old, I think it was the Hatfield St Albans Railway or the Hatfield Luton St Albans Railway. I can't remember its exact name. But it's now a bike track, and that's not a bad way of using the land, I suppose. I would rather the train was still running, obviously, but yeah, it is what it is. Where was I going with this? Oh yeah, but at the same time, like when nature reclaims the land as well, that's also good. So like right here, you can see where the old tracks used to run. You can see where the old buildings were and things like that. Or, you know, where the old excavations were. But at the same time, I wouldn't mind going back and actually refilling some of these to make them look a little less scar landscape. So like all this cobblestone here pretty much is going to go, because there's no point keeping that lying around. It's just wasteful. Right. There we go. Right. I'm going to keep saying right. Left. Let's get this back where it was before. So it's cutting this and cutting to here. And then this one. Come on. There we go. My spacebar sometimes cooperates. At least I haven't accidentally turned on sticky keys or whatever it is the spacebar controls. I used to do that in my old videos. And yeah, it's about as annoying as it sounds, actually. When you're recording, particularly back in the day where I didn't like making mistakes in videos, obviously those days are gone, it was really frustrating, feeling like I had to scrap an entire video and start again because my keyboard beeped at me. There we go. So now I need to lay these again, which is easy. It's this one goes like this. Now the new Y value here is 60. So I need to drop down like this, down to this one. And then we need to go 1, 2, 3. Down to 60 and then across to I've gone way past it. What am I doing? Across to here. And then, of course, we're going to dig this out for good measure as well. Somewhere, I think it's in the... I think it's in this. Is it this one? Yeah, operations. So you can see the tunnels that I'm digging out and how long they are. So 132 blocks, 100.5. That must be one of the curves. And then 40, 99. Don't know which one that is. But I kind of like the fact you can look at that. Because you might start a tunnel. The mod works that only one tunnel can be dug at one time. So you'll be sat here thinking, why is my tunnel not being dug? And then you can actually go looking. And you can find who the culprit is. And then you can, I don't know, shout at them or whatever it is you do. One other thing to mention here. So originally this was going to be the site of the station, and you can see how far the platforms would have been apart from one another and all that good stuff. Obviously that's now changed because we're going to be building the station around a curve, which hasn't yet been built. But I think we could do something with this still. I think we could put a building here maybe, or something. And don't forget there's going to be... I know there's tracks underneath here as well, but there's going to be roads and all sorts of things crossing over this way. So there's going to be stuff happening here still. Just right now it's... just watching the water there, that's mesmeric. Right now it's just all up in the air still. No confirmed plans or anything like that. What value is this? So this is 173 still, isn't it? So if I come over here to 173, which I believe is here, and then it's down, that's 172, that's 173, so I think it's down to, whoops, what Y value is this? 68, which is here. Of course it is. Why would it not be? So this is 69, right? Yeah. No laughing at the back. So if I do that, I think that is 68. My God, I can't get out the tunnel. Right. 68, 68, 68, 68. Perfect. So that is the site of this heading in the opposite direction. It's the site of his. It's the site of this heading in the same direction. I have a really clever design for this station. I just need to actually start building it. I was really looking forward to showing it off. And I will, still. Don't get me wrong. I will. But yeah, you're going to go there. And then we're also going to dig this out for good measure. Because we need to be able to see what we're doing. Bosh. And I guess, because I'm feeling generous, we'll build this back in. Why that got removed, actually, I don't... Oh, I guess because it was digging out this bit underneath here. That would make sense. So where are we at? We're at 8% of something. I feel like it's this one here that it's digging out, but probably from that end. It's really hard to tell. Where is it? It's not doing that one. Is it doing this one? The way that it's speeding along right now, I think it's actually doing this one. Let me just check. Operations, 132 blocks long. That looks like this one. Oh yeah, okie dokie. That was well worked out. Well done, Mark. Good job. So, we're going to be over here, and we're going to be building this curve, and then I'm going to head into a time lapse again to wait for the rest of it to work. So right now we are at 393 and 158. Now, how do I want this? I need to look at an existing curve. So we're going to fly back towards Woodbridge for a second. So my frame rate, I'll get that up on screen so you can see. You watch this absolutely tank when we head back. I've got VSync on. You saw me switch it on just now. So it's 30 FPS, 25, 17, and there it goes. So this here is the one I want to look at. This is a 31 radius curve with a length of 50. So I believe it's 15 that way, 16 along, or 16 this way and 15 along. I don't know. But that's basically what I want. I want a length of 40 ideally for the curve into the station, but 15 by 15 could work, or 18 by 18 is one that I was thinking about as well, or even just 20 by 20, which is probably what I'm going to actually end up doing. 20 by 20 is a good number. I think it works quite well. Just going to watch my frame rate shoot up again. There we go. I might turn VSync off, but there's no reason to have it any higher, to be honest. It's Minecraft, for crying out loud, you know. 60 FPS is one thing. 30 FPS is basically the same in Minecraft. And 120 FPS, you are laughing at yourself if you think that's worthwhile in Minecraft. Minecraft! Can you imagine? Right. Let's build this curve then. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then the problems begin. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Now from here, we're going to go 20 in this direction, which means already I can see problems developing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to keep digging for now. So we got to 7. Got to remember that. Also, you probably can't see anything right now because it's dark. 7, 8, 9, 10. Let me just get some glowstone lamps as well. Was it 10 I got to? I think it was. Whee! 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And just for good measure, we'll stick that there. Right. Bosh. Let me just go check which way around this is meant to go. Yep, thought so. So here. And then you're going to come all the way around to here. Now if I check the dimensions here, I can't see because of that. Radius of 20, 31.4 length. That's actually not ideal. I kind of need it to go more 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I kind of need it to go more like this. We'll see how this looks. Right. Pop you there. No, I missed. Knew I was going to do that. And then this way, this way, this way, this way, this way. Bosh. Now, what are you? Length of 39.3 and a radius of 25. So actually, I need a radius of 26. This is going to cause some problems in a minute. And you might already, again, eagle-eyed viewers, you might already have worked out what the issue here might be. For those of you that aren't aware, we have to do the same curve in a second over there. And that's where the problems will start. But we're going to work that bit out in a second, because obviously the priority right now is this one. One more time. 40.8, which is a good length, and then a radius of 26. So that's something to bear in mind here. If I'm doing 90-degree curves, a radius of 26 gives me a length of 40, which is the length of a train. So that's good to know. Now I can start building this first platform. So we're on 132. So I need to go down to 92. And again, you probably can't see any of this right now, but I promise you'll be able to in just a minute. We're going to get the tunneling thing out in a second as well. Oh, it's dark. I could just put some glowstone down as I go, of course. It's just... What am I doing? There we go. 92. And again, there's probably a way of using World Edit for this too, but yeah, I'm still... Oh, God. I'm still learning everything. You name it, I'm learning it. 92, 95, 94, 93, 92. There we are. And then this is our new Waterhill Road site. Look at that. This would be the part where I would joke and say thanks for watching, but I'm genuinely scared if I did that at this stage, people would actually turn off. So, not going to do that yet, but this is looking cool. We're going to use the tunnel excavator here as well, just to dig the rest of this out. And then you'll get an idea as to how this looks. What? Oh, it's digging the one underneath. I was about to say, why are those tracks disappearing? But yeah, we've still got to do one underneath here as well. So I guess we might as well do that while we're here. So right now, we'll come over here and it's down to 60. And then that's one that goes in the opposite direction to where we are now. So if I go down to 60, like so. That's interesting that it's already dug that out. And then we'll place you there, and then you head off in the opposite direction. And again, we'll get the old digger out in a second, and we'll start getting it all sorted. I'm going to dress this up a lot nicer as well. It's not just going to look like this, because some stations here will have the rustic look. I think it's the Stockholm Metro that has the stations that are just built into the caves, and my god, they look amazing. But this one, I kind of want to go for something a bit more special, because this is another underground station, even though we're quite high off the ground at this stage. Actually, I'm going to be a bit clever here, I think. I'm going to build this one out by 2, which might seem strange, but there's kind of logic in my madness here. Let me just move this one. Actually, I don't need to move this one. I just need to go forward 2. I don't know how it works with stations built on top of station, or platforms built on top of platforms, sorry. But I don't want to find out the hard way that it doesn't work as intended. So I'm just going to stagger these slightly, and it does actually tie in a little bit with the design as well. Oh god, wasn't expecting that. It's kind of cool. I like watching these things work. I like watching these things dig out. I think that's wahey. It's fascinating. Like I said, it's mesmeric almost. It does cause problems sometimes when you dig into things that you've just built, and there is no undo with this. Once it's done, it's locked. But yeah, just don't make any mistakes and you'll be absolutely fine. Right, so if I emerge over here again, we should be able to see what this looks like out here now. You can see the curve there, which does look kind of cool. 26 is still quite tight for these tracks. We might have to use the wooden tracks here just to slow the trains down for these curves. But I think it should be fine for the most part. I love the stacked effect, and yeah, I'm pretty happy with how this looks. So let me talk you through what I've got in mind for a design roughly, and then we'll go through and actually start building it. So as you can see, we've got 40 tile wide here. Platforms are going to be on the inside of the track. So bear in mind there's going to be a parallel track running somewhere off in that distance over there. The platforms are going to be on the inside. Now what I'm going to try and build here is basically a cross-platform interchange without the platforms being directly next to each other. So when you think about it, if I get the direction here, trains are going to be coming into this platform in this direction. They're going to be running to the north. Platforms directly below are going to be trains running to the south. That also means that trains on this level but over there are also going to be running to the north, and the ones below are going to be running to the south. The way I want this to work is we're on the loop platform right now. The one over there is going to be for the branch that spurs off here at Waterhill Road. So that means commuters are going to be coming in on the platform underneath. I want there to be a series of stairs and escalators where you can literally walk in a straight line off your train, up a set of stairs to a mezzanine level, and then up another set of stairs to this platform. And therefore it's technically a cross-platform interchange. Technically, even though it really isn't, but technically it is. That's my plan. That's how I want this to work. Whether or not I can achieve that smartly, we'll see. But the offset has already got us off to a good start, because the platforms underneath are now 2 tiles offset to the ones above. If I go into the view here, you can actually see how this looks. So this top one here the bottom one here is the top one, and the top one is the bottom one, which is going to get really confusing when I say that out loud. So I'm almost tempted to actually go and swap these around. I'm going to swap these around because already my head hurts just thinking about that. So we're going to remove this one here, and we're going to do this. This also actually gives us a good opportunity quickly just to see what this looks like when they are stacked. So let's do that. Yeah, they're literally one on top of the other. So that's not ideal. So I'm just going to pop down here. I can't reach that right now unless I go this way. It is digging it out just incredibly slowly. There it is. I only needed to go out one, but yeah, there we are. And then we'll just pick that one up. Cool. Actually, we won't pick that one up. We will put that one back, and we'll lay this section here now, just so that it's in. There we go. Cool. I'm going to keep saying cool. I'm going to keep saying random words. There we go. Excellent. Excellently cool. Coolly excellent. So, yeah, this is my design. This is what I wanted to do. This is what I came up with in my head. This is what I'm really happy with. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build this side of the station first. Top level, bottom level, all of that good stuff. We're going to get the whole thing built. The reason I'm going to do it this way round is so that I can see how much space I need between this set of platforms and the other set. Because at Woodbridge, originally I was going to go for the Barcelona method, which for those of you that don't know is platforms on both sides. You have an exit platform in the middle, say, and then you have departure platforms either side. The train pulls in, doors open on the exit side, you will get out, then the doors open on the other side and you will pile in. The trains don't let you do that currently. That might be an option in the future, who knows. But I just thought I would go with that design because I thought it would be a cool design. Now obviously that's not the case now. We're going to be doing things a little bit different. Where's Waterhill Road? There it is. Actually, we'll move that in a second as well. We could, in theory, have platforms on the other side in future. But right now, I just want to go with the inside ones. And then we'll go from there. So I'm going to start placing down platforms. I'm going to start placing down building blocks and sorts of things like that. And then once we've got this side sorted, we're going to have a look at how much space we need, and we're going to build the other side, which hopefully will be today. If not, it will definitely be in the next episode. But for now, let's focus on getting this side pretty much complete. Okay, so I said I was going to complete the platforms and everything, but I think this isn't the worst place to leave it right now, just while I get a guide here for how big things need to be. So you can see we've got the upper platform here, and then we've got the lower platform down there. There are 4 sets of stairs, or 4 stair blocks between each one. So each one drops down at a height of 4 till we get to this mezzanine level here, which is at Y65. I now know then that from here down there, there'll be another drop of 4. So we could dig that out right this second if we wanted to. So we could go 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then that there will be the other platform, or the beginnings of the other platform. If I was to place all these blocks in, we could then get an idea as to where that platform would go. Let's just do that quickly. Why is there always these random... Well, they're not even caves, they're just random drops in the ground. 2, 3, and 4. Now, of course, this has been designed so that when you come off the train here, you can walk straight across here and then straight down here, and there's your other platform. And from that, it's our cross-platform interchange, which again, I'm saying very loosely in inverted commas, suspended from a tree. You know, it's that loose. There's no, it's basically not a cross-platform interchange tool, but I want it to be, and I'm going to pretend it is. One other thing here that I haven't actually factored in is the fact that I want something like that between these stairs. So I'm just going to go and fix that as well. The other thing I'm struggling with, and you might see I keep sort of like walking around looking at things, is a architectural theme for this. I've gone with the oak for now, purely because I had oak at the original station back over there. Do I want oak here though? I don't know, is the answer to that question. I actually don't know. What I do know is I'm going to build this quickly, and this is going to be the site of the other upper platform. Something else that I was considering, and this may still be possible, is the idea of actually having the ability to walk from upper platform to upper platform and lower platform to lower platform without having to come to this mezzanine level first. I think it's doable. Whether I want to do that, I don't know, but I'm pretty certain it's going to be doable. I will come and remove these logs at some point as well, because that's going to be annoying. I've also lost count. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, one more level. And 4. It sounds like my voice is starting to go as well, which is nice. Okay, so yeah, this is where these platforms will be. Now we know that the platforms are 5 blocks wide, including the platform itself. Obviously, from the stairs here, they can actually go out a little bit further. I've also left some space here for escalators and things, but the way they're going to work, they're not going to go up like this in line with the stairs. They're actually going to go up parallel to the track, which kind of again makes it not really a cross-platform interchange, but you know, it'll be up here and then down, and then actually, how's that going to work? I will find a way to make that work. I think it'll be stairs at the ends and then escalators in the middle, and I think somehow we'll make it work. If not, we'll put the stairs at the end in a weird shape. I don't know. That's the cool thing about this though. We're kind of experimenting and seeing as we go. Before I do anything else, I am going to quickly use my good friend World Edit here just to remove logs, because this is going to be incredibly annoying otherwise. So let's just find a high point somewhere over here. Where's the platform? It's there. So if I come right over to like here, like this, and then run the command. Actually, let's keep going up from here. Let's do it to like a bit more. Let's do it to like this height. And I'll remove these, otherwise they'll just be floating and it will look really stupid. Replace dark oak log air. There might be another way of doing it, but I kind of like this as a thing. Because again, you get to see the effects almost immediately. There we go, and then birch. Sweet. There's probably a way to remove mushrooms as well, actually. Mushroom. Nope. Is mushroom not a thing? Mushroom stem. What are these things called? Oh, brown mushroom block. Okay. So that can be block. And then brown. There we go. Gives us a bit of freedom of movement now as well. So now once all of this has been removed here, we can start laying the second platform. I think that one we've already put the first block down, have we not? Yep, so we can go 2, 3, 4, and then that will be the platform itself there. Now platforms in this game, in this mod even, don't have to be right next to the track at this level. You can actually put them down one, which I'm tempted to do, but I like the idea of having a clear platform edge. So I am going to leave those the way they are. What I think I might do though is just copy and paste these platforms. So what I mean by that is take this one. This will copy and paste the air blocks as well, which will be great. If I do this, stand here and go... Actually, no. Stand... Wait, how is this going to work? Because they're offset. Okay, hang on. Let's do it to... Let me just have a little thinky here. So yeah, this one to this one, and then we're going to come down like this, and we're going to stand here, and we're going to say copy, and then rotate 180, and now hopefully when I come over here and hit paste, what did that do? Oh, it did do it. Sweet. Yeah, and this is our second set of platforms, perfectly in place, perfectly where they need to be. And then just to clear things up here, I'm going to put in this extra bit here myself. There we go, and then it'll be, whoops, 1, 2, 3, and then we'll grab you, there. Nice, and then I think we have a little bit of extending to do. I want to say on the top actually, this level. Maybe I didn't need to do the bottom one. Maybe the bottom one was fine where it was. Actually, no, that can't be right. So the top one, what am I backing into? Go away, leaves. The top one needs to come out to this level here. The bottom one, I guess this could be flipped, actually. Yeah, this could be flipped. So the top one, I think, is the right length. I think I have actually accidentally flipped it a little bit, but that's fine. So this one here will cut that, and we'll cut that, and then the bottom one will make the same length as the top one, I hope, which is one more in this direction. Boy, I hope this works. And then if it does, great. If it doesn't, time to get our fixing cap on. Cool. So before I do anything else in this episode, and there's quite a lot else that I want to get done, I want to check that this actually is the right length. So I say there's a lot else that I want to get done. How long have I've been recording for quite some time, so this will definitely be a two-parter for sure. If I do this, so obviously you're going to go there, and we're going to do this. And then right the way down the other end here. You're going to go there like that. Now what length are you? Yeah, you're 41. So we've actually gone too far in this direction. Which is fine. Can live with that. There we go. And then for the top one, yeah. For the top one here, have you actually gone the right length? So under here, you continue, do you not? Yeah. Basically in line with the stairs. In line with the stairs -1. Which takes us to there. So you're going to be in line with this one, which means you're going to be in line with this one, which means, yeah, you need to come out one more. Good thing I spotted that when I did, because that would have been awkward otherwise. So the whole copy-paste idea didn't quite work as expected, but it could have been worse. Okay. I think I'm ready now to hop back into a time-lapse here. This might be the final bit of the episode, to be honest, just to get all of this hopefully finished. We'll see. Oh, one more thing before I fly away. I feel like this side's going to be too long as well, but at least I know which side to shorten it on. But yeah, at this point it's just going to be kitting out the station, stairs, lifts, all that kind of thing. In terms of entrances and exits, there's going to be one behind me because the tracks are going to separate at that point. Oh, you're only 37. Huh. Well, 38, 39, 40. That's that sorted, I assume. I guess, because, yeah, you go down to there. So this one would go up to here. That makes sense. Oh, what was I saying just now? I can't remember. Oh, yeah, there's going to be an exit at this side of the station here, because from this point here, these two tracks here are going to curve off in that direction, and these two tracks here are pretty much going to head off in that direction. So that leaves this big open space here where we could build a station building and all sorts. Station building's probably going to be at this level, which, considering the topography here, that's actually pretty perfect. Gives us a nice space to work with. And there may be one down this end as well. But how that's going to work, I don't know, because obviously it can go under this track, but it can't then go under that track unless it drops right the way down. I don't know how that will work. We'll find out, I'm sure. Right. So we got this staircase set up here. We're going to do something similar at the other end of the platforms, and then in the middle we're going to have the escalators, and then possibly at the ends we'll have lifts. That could work, actually. In fact, this end of the platforms could be a good place to build lifts. Now I've said that out loud. Probably going to have to commit to it now. The main thing for me right now, though, is actually getting the... what am I doing? There we go. Try and remember what I'm doing here. Trying to get this curve in so that it connects up nicely with everything. So obviously we're going to have a straight piece of track that comes out of here, and it needs to be... I think this top bit, is it 7 long? Or is it this one that's 5? Hang on. Instead of guessing, let's go and measure it. I feel like this is the one that's 7. Yeah, so it's going to be 7 plus... Actually, no, it's not. This one is the same length as... hang on. My head is starting to melt. Oh, man. I'm just talking. That's all I'm doing right now is just talking. I'm going to build it out like this, and then we're going to build it out like this. Yeah. And then here we're going to go set 0. Just to dig all that out. Helps with the sight lines, you know. So yeah, this one is 2 across from this one. This one is, I think, the same height as this one. And then that one, hopefully, is the same as that one. So this is the end here. And that's the end there. So yeah, that one is the same as that one down there. And this one, I hope, is the same as that one down there. I think it is. It looks like it is. Oh, man. So this top one here, over there, sorry, needs to be... So it's going to be 5 plus the gap between this node here and the equivalent over there. So this node here is at 158, I believe that says. And this one over here is at 173, which is 15, if I'm not mistaken. So it needs to be 20 long. Also, what direction does the track need to be going in? It needs to be going in this direction. Okay. I think I've got it sussed. It needs to be 15 long before we can start curving. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I'm going to do this. We're going to grab this rail here and we're going to pop it in. Now obviously this is something that a time lapse is going to be useful for. So I think it's time to hop into one of those now. Okay, everyone. I'm pretty much out of time for this episode, which is a bit of a shame because I'd have liked to have gotten more done. But this leads nicely into the next episode, I think. So let me show you what we have got here. And then from there we can discuss what would happen next time out. So we've actually got a lot done. I'm pretty happy about this. In terms of completed bits, we've built the tracks into the station itself, Waterhill Road Station. So we've got what I think is platform 1 at the top there. I do need to go back and check these to make sure they're correct. So I think it's platform 1 there. I think 2 is the top one here on my right, because I believe the top one here is the shorter of the two, or not the shorter of the two, but the, yeah. So this is platform 2, and then down below we've got platform 3, and we've got platform 4. I think that's right. So actually I've got the signage over here wrong, because this will be platforms 1 and 2. Which doesn't actually make much sense when I think about it, because the direction here, both of these go in the same direction, which is from the city. So I think these are actually going to be 2 and 3. Or are they? No, 2 and 4. Man alive, I am so confused. So let's say actually 1, and then let's say this one here is 3. And then what was 3 is now... No, wait, that was right, wasn't it? It's just these two that are the wrong way around. Oh man, I'm so confused. I kind of want it to be that the odd numbers head away from the... So it is this. The odd numbers head away from the city, and the even numbers head towards. So it's going to be like this. 1 and 2 are on top of each other. 3 and 4 are on top of each, or 1's on top of 2 and 3's on top of 4. That's what I think we want here. So you are going to be platforms 1 and 3. And then at the bottom, we're going to have 2 and 4. 2 and 4. I also want to increase the size of this cabin, do I? No, I don't. But I have built it in the wrong place. That's actually kind of annoying as well. I could have built this one to the side. I can fix this though, that's fine. Let's say I made the width here 5, and then we'll move you back like so. That offsets the doors slightly, but that's fine because we can fix that with this. So what we do is you remove those, you remove this set of doors, and you do this. Yeah, and then we'll remove that as well. We'll fix that. Would do that now quickly too. There we are. So now this connects to that still, which I can't reach. There we are. Can I get out? Yep, good. Let's just quickly fix all this, and then I also need to fix these ones here as well, just quickly. So that button panel is actually going to have to move, which is... That one's more annoying, actually. That one hurts more than the other stuff. So that goes there, that goes there. You connect to that. The button panel, which I now need to get back. You're going to go this side. You're also going to connect to that. And then the doors go there. And then hopefully I can call this lift. There we go. And it does work. There's just a bit of a delay, which is kind of annoying, but never mind. So that one's done. That one's done. So now we need to do the top floor, which is here. And it's this side, I think, that needs removing, which again is annoying because it means the buttons have to move again. But the buttons, I guess, can go there. Actually, no. I had it the right way the first time. Buttons go there. So now if I do this, and then obviously this, and then call you. That was stupid, Mark. Why did you do that? And then call you. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, we've got big lifts on here. They're quite, I mean, they're 3 blocks wide, or 3 blocks deep, and they're however many wide. We're going to have another set of lifts on this side, and I think that might be it for what we need for lifts. You can also see we've got the escalators, the stairs, all that good stuff. You can see how the stairs will look here. There'll be signage above, of course, telling you which platform this goes down to. And then we've got the platforms themselves, which I think are actually... whoops. How did I open that? Oh, see. Calendar. I don't know what any of these days are, but wow, that's cool. Actually, that had the date as well. Date and time. Or 2020. Well, that's actually the right time. Huh. I don't know. I guess that is today's date. I don't know whether the star denotes that or not, though. There you go. See on the keyboard opens the calendar. Who knew? Yeah, platforms are a good size. Platforms are a good width. I'm still going to place blocks along the height here, just to, well, just so you can't see the tracks above, basically, and even one like a level underneath like that. I don't know what the roof design is going to be yet. There's a lot of oak here, and I think I am going to mix things up with the design, because yeah, all my stations are built out of the same thing, basically. Like if I pick oak here, everything's going to be built out of oak, which isn't necessarily how it's done in the real world. So I am going to start mixing things up, just to make it look nicer. I also have no idea whether this is actually going to be an open air structure on the top floor or not. I'm kind of tempted to say yes, but then this concourse area would still be enclosed somehow. Maybe we'll just have a arched roof and have this open. I don't know. Ooh, need to knock my bottle over then as well. That would have been good. I don't know how this is going to look when it's complete, but I do know how it looks now. And for the most part, I'm pretty happy. I can't complain. This is kind of the idea that I had in my head. The track layout is definitely the idea I had in my head, so I'm very happy about that. Everything else, you kind of roll with the punches a little bit, I would say. It's not what I... It's not what I didn't want. No, it's not what I want. I don't know. It's what I wanted. There we go. Let's just say that. I'm pretty happy with the design. I think the design is good. It's just getting it completed now, getting it open, functional, whatever you want to call it. This is technically a work in progress station, so I'm going to rename it to say that. So what is it? Square brackets, work in progress. There. Cool. Station exits is a whole other thing that I'm just not brave enough to actually go into yet. I've tried it at Woodbridge to an extent, but even then, it's like an absolute headache. So I don't know what I'm going to be doing with that. Right. That will do it for this episode, everybody. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button if you enjoyed the video, and of course if you're enjoying the series so far. Drop those comments down below with ideas for future episodes. I'm just going to be building still as I'm doing my outro here. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, be sure to hit the subscribe button. If you have already subscribed to the channel, thank you for your continued support. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and until next time, I will see you soon.